Well, I guess I'm plagued. I come across too vague. I'm not seen.
Online dating had given me a lot of mental health issues. It made me start losing confidence in how attractive I am emotionally. I later found out that there are a lot more men than women on online dating sites, so you really can't afford to be picky at all. You're very lucky to get a reply. That's why I hardly ever got responses, and why women would often stop talking to me if they already were talking to me.
I came to accept I wouldn't get to date the types of women I wanted to date. When browsing the profiles of women that I came across on dating sites, nearly every profile seems to have really high expectations that no one could live up to.
It's really difficult as an autistic man to approach strangers and talk to them. And sadly, with dating, that's what you're expected to do as a man. So the whole thing's set against me. Since 2020, the only women I've dated or been in relationships with have been through online dating. I think this is because since COVID restrictions happened years ago and people being more aware of sexual harassment and rape with stuff like the Me Too movement, that has got people used to staying away from each other, to not mixing with strangers. Even though online dating sites cause me so much problems, it's important for me to find a partner, and I don't want to still not be able to find someone at 35 as I am now. It feels impossible even with dating sites to find someone, but if it's the only way I can find someone, then I need to use the sites. And trying to focus on other things can work for a while, but then just the isolation of being alone just comes back, and I feel I should get to have a partner like other people get to. And the idea that the right person will just come along magically from you doing nothing, or from you just doing whatever you like in your life, it's certainly not the case anymore, if it ever was. To help me not get too wound up by online dating, I thought I would keep a record of how much interaction I got with women. I sent personalized messages to 137 women. I would try and mention something on their profile, like if they said they were into music, I might ask what music they liked, for instance. I got replies from 6 women. Most of the women turned out to live in different countries, because women in different countries seem a lot more responsive to wanting to go out with me on dating sites. Some of the women who replied stopped replying after a day or after one message. With one woman, we talked every day for almost 2 weeks, and we're getting closer. We even looked into me visiting her in her country, and it motivated me to think about getting more paid work so I could afford to move there and live in a nicer place than England, which has been getting very depressing, more and more depressing over the years. I did realise in the end I didn't really fancy her that much, unfortunately. Not as much as I thought I did at first. This is also a problem that I often have with online dating. One woman messaged me first, although I didn't really fancy her. Though I still responded as
I felt I had to take whatever opportunities I had.
Though she didn't reply to my reply anyway. One woman who did reply to me, I was pretty sure she was a scammer, and eventually I blocked and reported her. One day, almost 2 weeks into me using online dating again, 2 women replied to me, one who I'd messaged that day and one woman who I'd messaged 4 days before. With the woman who replied on the day, we ended up arranging a date. It was exciting to have a date, even though I didn't think I fancied her that much, or even as much as I thought I did. The next day she mentioned how she doesn't get on with introverts or people who aren't confident. So that made me not too confident about our date, but I need to be open-minded.
In the background.